My beloved brothers and sisters, there are moments in life when fear grips your heart so tightly, when your thoughts become heavy, when your chest feels like it cannot carry what is inside it anymore. Moments when you feel like you are running from something, but you don't even understand what it is. And in those very moments, when everything feels unclear, when everything feels overwhelming, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in His infinite mercy, sends you a reminder, not always in the way you expect, not always through people, not always through words you hear while awake, but sometimes through something deeply personal, something that reaches your soul, a dream. You find yourself in a jungle, a place where everything looks the same, trees all around, no clear path, no sign of direction, no indication of where to go or where to stop. You look around, and the more you try to understand where you are, the more lost you begin to feel. And this is exactly how life can become a jungle of confusion, where decisions feel heavy, where the future feels uncertain, where you question yourself, your path, your choices. You are moving, but you don't feel like you are progressing. You are living, but something inside you feels disconnected. And just when that feeling of confusion begins to settle, something else appears. Fear, not just a feeling anymore, but something chasing you, something you cannot ignore. Snakes coming from behind, moving closer, following your every step, and suddenly your heart begins to race. Your breath becomes shorter. Your body fills with panic. But, my dear brothers and sisters, these snakes are not just creatures in a dream. They represent the fears we carry within us, the anxiety about what is coming next, the regret of what has already passed, the sins we think define us, the whispers that tell us we are not good enough. They follow us even when we try to ignore them. They stay with us even when we try to escape. And so you begin to run faster and faster with all the strength you have, trying to get away, trying to survive, trying to breathe. But where are you going? There is no destination, no clear path, no safe place that you can see. And this is what we do in our lives. We run from our problems. We run from our fears. We run from difficult realities. We distract ourselves. We keep ourselves busy. We try to silence what we feel. But the truth remains, running without turning towards Allah only exhausts the soul, because you can run from the world, but you cannot find peace until you run towards the one who created you. And just when the fear reaches its peak, when you feel like you cannot continue, when your strength begins to fade, when your heart feels like it cannot carry any more, something happens, a voice, clear, powerful, filled with mercy. Fabi, ayyi, Rabbikuma tukazziban. Subhanallah. At that moment, everything shifts, because when fear was at its highest, Allah did not increase your fear. He reminded you of His blessings, as if He is saying, "My servant, why are you so afraid when my favors surround you? You are still breathing, you are still alive, you are still under my protection. What is it that you are denying?" And suddenly, the fear that once felt overwhelming begins to lose its strength, because your focus changes from what is chasing you to what has always been protecting you. And that is the power of the words of Allah. My dear brothers and sisters, the Qur'an is not just something we recite, it is something that transforms. It reaches the depths of your heart where no one else can reach. It speaks to your pain, your fear, your confusion. When you feel broken, it begins to heal you. When you feel lost, it begins to guide you. When you feel afraid, it begins to calm you. And sometimes all it takes is one single ayah, one moment, where your heart truly listens. And then you wake up, but something is different. Your eyes are open, but your lips are still moving. You are still reciting Fabi ayyi Rabbikuma tukazziban. Subhanallah, this is no longer just a dream. This is a connection, a moment where your soul was reminded, a moment where Allah brought your heart back to Him, a moment where you realize that even when you feel lost, even when you feel afraid, even when you feel alone, you were never truly alone because Allah was always there, watching, protecting, guiding. And this is the reality we must carry with us. Life will always test us. There will always be moments of confusion, moments where we feel like we are in a jungle with no way out. There will always be fears, worries, struggles that seem too heavy to carry. There will always be moments when we feel like running away from everything. But in all of that, we must remember that the mercy of Allah is greater than every fear we face, that His protection is stronger than anything that chases us, that His blessings surround us, even when we fail to notice them. And sometimes all we need is to pause, to reflect, to listen, and to allow our hearts to hear that reminder once again. Which of the favors of your Lord will you deny? And my dear brothers and sisters, pause for a moment. Think about your life, all the fears you carry, all the worries that keep you awake, all the problems that make you feel like you are running in a jungle. Now ask yourself, how many times did Allah save you and you didn't even realize it? How many times did something you feared never actually happen? How many times did Allah protect you while you were busy being afraid? Subhanallah, we cry over what we don't have while ignoring everything we already do. We focus on what is chasing us and forget the one who is protecting us. And that is why Allah reminds us again and again, Fabi ayyi Rabbikuma tukazziban. Because deep down, it is not your fear that is the problem. It is forgetting the one who controls everything. And my dear brothers and sisters, let me leave you with a sincere piece of advice. When life feels like a jungle, when your fears are chasing you, when your heart feels restless and heavy, don't just run. Stop, take a moment, and turn back to Allah. Raise your hands, even if you don't have the perfect words, because Allah understands the language of your heart. Call upon Him in your weakness, because that is when your connection is the strongest. Remember Him in your fear, because that is when His protection becomes closest. Recite His words, even if it's just one ayah, because one ayah can change the state of your heart completely. And never ever think that you are too far away. No matter how lost you feel, no matter how many mistakes you have made, the door of Allah is always open. You just need to turn towards it. And my dear brothers and sisters, as we come to the end of this reminder, if this message touched even a single part of your heart, if it reminded you that Allah is closer than your fears, if it gave you even a little peace in your confusion, then don't keep it to yourself. Because there is someone out there still running in their own jungle, still being chased by their own fears, still waiting for a reminder like this. So share it, let it reach them. Maybe Allah will make it a means of guidance for someone else through you. And if you believe that Allah is always with you, if you believe His mercy is greater than every fear, then show it in your actions. Like this video if your heart felt connected to this reminder. Subscribe to stay connected with more reminders that heal the heart. And comment below, Allah is with me, as a declaration of faith and hope. And never forget, no matter how dark the jungle becomes, no matter how many fears surround you, Allah is always closer than you think.